Do you know how America's home to monsters such as Bigfoot, Champ, the Jersey Devil, the Lizardman, the Black-Eyed Kids, and Chupacabra? Well, the movie I'm reviewing today is called The Mothman Prophecies, which was based on a book of the same name, which was partially inspired by actual sightings of a cryptid known as the Mothman. Now, what is Mothman exactly? From what people could gather, it was some type of creature that had red eyes, that was partially human, that was sometimes either part moth or part bird. But since the creature's called Mothman, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say the creature was part man, part moth. As for the plot of the Mothman Prophecies, it's about this reporter who somehow ends up in West Virginia, in this little town, and while he spends his time there, he discovers that some of the people there have been acting really weird because they've had encounters with this creature called the Mothman, who've been leaving them cryptic messages. He basically is trying to get to the bottom of what is this Mothman creature, along with what are the meaning behind these cryptic messages that it's been giving people. In terms of what I liked about the Mothman Prophecies, I like the overall tone of the movie because it's very dark and creepy. And I do like how the soundtrack supports the overall atmosphere of the movie because the soundtrack, if I had to describe it, it's very surreal and tranquil, much in the same vein of Donnie Darko's soundtrack. And I like the subtle bits of foreshadowing, like, yeah, there's some parts where, like, a character might be describing a dream they had, which might play later in the film. But then there's some parts where a character might be doing something, which, it looks very insignificant at first, but then you really sit down and think about it, that was actually a really subtle way of foreshadowing for the climax of the film. And I do like how they try to take real life accounts of people's sightings of this actual Mothman and try to make a flowing narrative about it. I thought that was unique. And in terms of what I disliked about the movie, the first 2/3 of this movie are really slow paced. Like, I almost fell asleep twice while watching it. And for a movie about the Mothman, the movie itself is like 2 hours long, yet we see Mothman for about 3 seconds, and that's it. Like, he barely appears in the movie as it is. And the characters I didn't think were really that interesting. Like, honestly, you could probably watch a documentary series about the Mothman monster and get more action out of that than this fucking movie. For my final verdict of the Mothman Prophecies, basically the movie has some good atmosphere, it's got some intriguing ideas, and some clever foreshadowing. It's just the movie itself is really freaking slow. Like, I fell asleep twice through this, and we really don't see much of the Mothman, which was really my biggest disappointment of the movie. So, before I give my final rate, what did everybody else have to say about the Mothman Prophecies? Looks like the critics give okay ratings for the movie, and so for my final rating of the Mothman Prophecies, I give it a 2.5 out of 5. Really, I got no question here for today, so see you later.